Today marks 8 years since same-sex marriage was legalized all across the country. The Supreme Court made this decision with its ruling in the Obergefell versus Hodges case. Within the last few decades, there has been some progress to enhance equality for LGBTQ plus Americans. President Biden said earlier this month that LGBTQ rights were a top priority both at home and abroad. However, many here in Texas and across the nation believe more needs to be done. Our Michelle Lorenzo spoke with a local advocate in the LGBTQ plus community and shows us how they're using their talent and creativity to ignite change.
I think what fuels me to create is the curiosity that I have for expression. How do I express what I'm feeling, or how do I express what I have just learned? Because we've all seen the nice, exquisite paintings of Pablo Picasso, Frida Kahlo, like all of these great artists, but what does Joey Gonzalez have to say for themselves?
If a picture's worth 1,000 words, art created by Joey Gonzalez can fill an entire book and tell several stories. Some of those stories explore their dreams.
I like to paint or create landscapes that I want to visit, or landscapes that aren't yet imagined.
But when Gonzalez thinks about the world and reality, the artist uses a canvas to illustrate despair.
I'm expressing these feelings of being watched, or nightmarish feelings.
Like the colors of the pride flag, Gonzalez's latest piece displays the colors of the rainbow, but unlike a rainbow, the emotions meant to be portrayed in this particular painting aren't bright.
When we're doing warmer colors, it's very indicative of anger or frustration, wrath.
The piece resembles a Texas court case, Lawrence v. Texas. The case involved Houston police responding to a reported weapons disturbance to John Lawrence's home. When police entered, they saw him and another man, Tyrone Garner, engaging in private consensual sexual acts. Lawrence and Garner were arrested and convicted of deviant sexual intercourse in violation of Texas statute, which criminalized sexual acts between those of the same sex. In 2003, the court ended up overturning the Texas anti-sodomy law as a violation of the right to privacy and equal protection clause of the 14th Amendment. However, Gonzalez, who identifies as non-binary, says the fear of persecution is still alive.
That happened early 2000s, but this is still a nightmare and something that I think about in 2023. These issues don't go away. We're queer, we're gay, we're trans every day. Like Black trans women, they're under constant threat every day. The Texas Ledge just passed some of the most wild laws that prohibit being trans in Texas.
Earlier this month, the Human Rights Campaign even declared a state of emergency for LGBTQ plus Americans. The U.S. largest LGBTQ political lobbying organization noted the hundreds of anti-LGBTQ plus bills introduced in state houses this year and more than 70 signed into law so far in 2023. That's already double the amount of last year's number. HRC fears the rise in measures will create hostile and dangerous environments for people who identify. And Gonzalez says more needs to be done for the LGBTQ community.
People often promote awareness, but they don't promote acceptance, right? And so back to younger 17-year-old Joey, where they were looking for support where support wasn't given.
But after 8 years of publicly declaring their identity, the now 25-year-old says despite the issues in today's society, they've seen some progress, and there's hope for future generations.
Okay, so my hair is different from yours, so I'm gonna do this.
For the summer, Gonzalez is working as an art counselor for kids at the Art Museum of South Texas. They said the museum is not only a safe place, but it's also a place they enjoy with an opportunity to help kids expand their minds with art.
It's magical. The kids' imagination is so vast and expansive. They can create anything.
All right.
Gonzalez is also hoping to use their craft to continue educating and inspiring people to take action and push for change.
I want people to say like, whoa, like Joey, you really nailed the head on that for making a piece that describes certain social issues or pieces that evoke certain feelings and emotions that aren't really talked about every day.
For the last 3 years, they've been rallying other members of the LGBTQ community, hoping to give them a voice and an outlet at their art exhibition, The Pride Show.
I wanted to show people what queer people can do and what our imagination allows us to do. It not only encompasses radical joy, but also hopeful change. And I guess that's another reason why I created the show, was because I was like, yeah, sure, if I am gonna do this thing, then I'm gonna do the most that I can. I'm gonna make the most noise that I can.
Reporting from Corpus Christi, Michelle Lorenzo, Chris 6 News.